Go on your YouTube. So you can start it.
It just popped up.
All
right. Shalom. First and foremost, I'm gonna give all lifted and honor, praises and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Hakwadash.
Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule and teach well, and to the other Akim that pushing this truth into the four winds. Keep pushing, Akim. We almost out of here, man. All right. Just gonna go into how the Lord set the world up, how things are supposed to naturally be, versus how things actually are over here in hell, in Esau's kingdom. All right, it's heaven for him because he's anti-Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. It's hell for us because we are natural, organic men. And when I say natural, as far as following the law, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. When I say natural, I mean as far as you have a male and a female. Okay, I don't have to get too explicit. You know what I mean? But because I'm just using the word natural and making the differentiation because some people are natural brute beasts, but I'm talking about the way that the Lord intended for this place to be. Okay, that's what I mean when I say natural, because we're supernatural according to the Lord, according to the Spirit. We're supernatural because we supersede the natural. But Esau is so fucking base that you have to pull him up and just be like, bro, that's not natural. How are they going to reproduce? How was the world going to keep on? And I came across an article earlier, man, and it was talking about the baby formula shortage. I'm like, why should that affect a woman so much? You have breasts. Your breasts were made for you, and they don't blossom until you become of marriageable age for the most part. Your baby is supposed to drink the milk that comes out of the mother. It's called mother's milk. It boosts immunity. Their brain functions are better. It's the Most High's milk that He gave your children. Baby formula is mass produced in factories, and you look at the back of the ingredients, it got shit up in there you can't even fucking pronounce, man. And this is the world we're living in. This fucking place is in an uproar because a woman can't get her hands on baby formula, powdered fucking shit that Esau made, and he tricked the whole world into thinking it's normal to not use your tits to suck. And it's fucking crazy. And it's not just baby formula. We're just gonna deal with the order that the Most High set up. We're gonna deal with balance.
That's one of many things.
Yeah.
Like the brother he said before the camera came on, nothing wrong with formula. If a woman has a handicap and her body is not producing the way it's supposed to produce, ain't nothing wrong with formula. But every woman on the planet, 95% of women on the planet using formula. Well, let me say here in America, because around the planet they use them tits. They are natural. If you go to these third world, second world countries, all right, they use their breasts like people have been done since millennia. But you come here in America, all right, that's supposed to be for somebody who's not well, who has a health deficiency.
Right.
All right, the vast majority of women shouldn't be using that shit anyway, because Esau himself has done case studies and show that women that breastfeed their children are more healthy. They're smarter, you know, according to Esau, you know, and the foundations of the earth are just out of whack, and that's what we're going to go into. I'm going to start off in Isaiah 29:16. Surely your turning of things upside down shall be esteemed as the potter's clay. We bring the scripture out a lot. Things will turn upside down, man. All right, you got GMO and you got organic. Yahweh Shai is organic. All right, the way He created the earth is for it to be organically ran. We don't need GMO. We don't need splicing. All right, the Most High does not need man's help for anything. Okay, so the so-called white man who says, when you read 2 Thessalonians, what it is, the 2nd chapter, he wants to set himself up as the Most High. He want to do the things that the Most High does. All right. So now he's coming, altering things, genetically splicing things, saying, nah, man, hey, you women, you know what? This formula I conjured up, this is better than what the Most High gave you to do. Those tits, works better than that. I'm God. Take what I say. You see what I'm saying? He's turned things upside down. All right, he wants to be God. That's him playing the Most High. All right, and it reads, "For shall the work of him that made it, shall the work say of him that made it, he made me not? Shall the thing framed say of him that framed it, he had no understanding?" So the so-called white man tells Yahweh Shema Shai, look, those titties you gave women to feed their babies, man, that shit, I made something that's more healthier than that. You don't know what the fuck you were doing. And guess what? Our people eat that lie up, that fallacy up like gumbo. Now they say babies are dying because it's a formula shortage. All right? That's why Yahweh Shema Shai is going to destroy 2/3 of our people, man. All right? Because they're drunk off this devil. And when you got people, the men of the Lord here telling you, man, use your fucking titty. That's what you got a titty on your fucking chest for. All right? It's for your man's, for your husband's enjoyment, and it's for to bring forth life. It's organic, to bring forth life, to nourish that man's son, the heir to his throne, so he could come back through that guy through reincarnation.
Right. They understand reincarnation.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Motherfuckers. Hey, the Most High coming to put things back in order, man. We shouldn't be talking about no fucking formula shortage and babies dying because these women are so drunk from the so-called white man talking about they titties don't work. You know? That's off, man. You got a precept? Bring it up.
Hey, let me get this one first. To back up what the brother was saying, how Esau thinks that he's Yahweh Shem Shai. Ezekiel 28:2. Son of man, say unto the prince of Tyrus, thus saith the Lord power, because thine heart is lifted up, and thou hast said, I am a God, I sit in the seat of God in the midst of the seas, yet thou art a man, and not Yahweh Shem Shai, though thou set thine heart as the heart of the power. So just because you are in the power seat, you're ruling the world according to Job 9:24, it doesn't make you right. You are fucked up, man. And let me bring out verse 12, verse 13, just to make the correlation, because this is Esau and Eve's little pact that they made back in the garden, and they still together. Look who's running the presidency. You got Esau and Eve, and Abaratazai, this is the last presidency, all right? Verse 13, thou hast been in Eden, the garden of Yahweh Shem Shai. So this is the same devil that deceived Eve back then, and he's still doing it today.
Hey, bro, he deceived this woman to think God natural prescribed order doesn't work. I'm not breastfeeding my baby because in this formula is more healthy. Nah, man.
It's more convenient. That's what it is to them.
Yeah.
Because they wicked.
They're totally off.
That's right.
Yeah. Bring out your precept, brother.
This First Maccabees chapter 1 verse 9, and it reads, and after his death, they all put crowns upon themselves. Ooh. So this after Alexander the Gay. So did their sons after them many years, and evils were multiplied in the earth.
All right, and evils were multiplied in the earth because Yahweh Shema Shai's prescribed order, the way he said the earth to be ran, they altered it. They turned things upside down. All right. During that time, every nation under the sun practiced polygamy. Every king and every nobleman and every aristocrat on the earth had wives and concubines. All right. But when they came in the earth, they say, no. Monoganism is the way. All right. Gender equality is the way. Put that woman on a pedestal. Don't make her jealous like this. But you know what? All those little boys over there, look at those little boys. They're little cute booty holes. All right. That's lawful. See, that's him multiplying evils in the earth. Okay. And it trickles on down to our day and time, the times that we're living in. Okay. The greatest lie he ever told us, all right, is that we are not Israelites, that we are Hamites. Okay. That goes, all of this stuff is connected. Okay. That a woman not using her breasts, you calling yourself a fucking Hamite. You know what I'm saying? You putting a woman on a pedestal. All right. You going in a voting booth. These are the evils that are multiplied in the earth. It's called Hellenization. All right. When he Hellenized you, that means you believe whatever he tells you.
Right.
You obey him. And that's why in the beloved brother book of John, our great king say, you are of your father, the devil. All right. If you're a woman with breasts in your belly, in your titties, and your child is dying of starvation because you don't have formula, you above your father the devil. All right, you're not breastfeeding your child because of what the so-called experts say. Okay, and they're gonna be destroyed for that. You got it?
Yeah, I want to back you up.
Had,
And the practice, I'm gonna let you get it. And the practice that the brother is talking about when he was saying that they look at those little boys and they get turned on. It's real, and that's why we have to read as a people. It's called pederasty. It was very, very, very common. Like you hear the Socrates and the Platos. They were teaching guys half their age, but they wasn't only teaching them philosophy. They was having sex with those guys. And when you read about the history, the women did the same thing. Whoever has the higher socioeconomic status, that's who preyed upon the teenagers and I'm saying teenagers. They don't even deal with teenagers. They go under teenage years. They deal with pre-adolescence. Let's just say pre-adolescence, and that's off as hell. Would you go pick a goddamn immature fruit off of a tree? It don't taste right. It's too tough. It's not right. It's off. You don't deal with another human being, no matter what sex you are, until they become reproductive age, man. It's off. Maturity. Yeah, it's off as hell. Let me read. I'm gonna bring out a quick precept, and I know the brother got one. Proverbs 16:2. And I'm talking to the Israelites that will talk about by Esau. All the ways of a man are clean in his own eyes. Also, the ways of a woman are clean in her own eyes, because she is taught that it's cool and it's low to give these children powdered milk, because that's what it is. Okay, it's powdered milk. And a lot of women are off as hell, man. I've seen it. They won't feed their children milk from their breasts, but they will pump their breasts to keep them plump, because when they have that breast in their milk, it's not saggy. So they'll keep their breasts pumped up just for aesthetic purposes and not for natural organic purposes. People are more concerned on how they look versus of how they naturally are, mentally and physically. People are so concerned about looks, and Esau has pumped so much poison into the world that you will have a woman that's 5'3" and 200 pounds, and she's walking around and she's strutting like she's a fucking supermodel, man. And she thinks that she deserves the world and she deserves a king. 4 baby daddies with 3 kids. You heard me? And I'm being sarcastic. 4 baby daddies with 4 kids, but now you're ready to settle down and you're not going to have sex until marriage. All right? You don't want a man unless he's making $2,000 a month. Man, this place is fucking ridiculous, man. You got it out.
This is I got a couple precepts, but this is Isaiah chapter 5 and verse 20. Woe unto them that call evil good and good evil, that put darkness for light and light for darkness, that put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter.
And those evils that were multiplied in the earth when the so-called white man came into power. That's exactly what he did. He called good evil and evil good. All right? And our people, that's the tune that they live by. All right? Our people follow the teachings of the so-called white man. Give me Deuteronomy 7:3. Real fast. All right? And it was prophesied by the prophet Moses that this would happen. He forewarned us that this day will come to pass. Bring it out, brother.
Deuteronomy 7:3. Neither shalt thou make marriages with them. Thy daughter thou shalt not give unto his son, nor his daughter shalt thou take unto thy son.
He's warning the nation of Israel to don't deal with the heathens round about you, and don't make marriages and make covenants with them. All right, our people have made a covenant with the so-called white man. Give me Deuteronomy, Isaiah 28:15, brother. All right, you can get it out. What you had a precept?
Yeah, I got a precept.
I hold your precept. Give me Isaiah 28:15. All right.
I can bring this one up to back you up real quick.
Bring it out.
And the reason that they didn't want us marrying is because you start taking on their ways and their philosophies. You go from feeding your children with your breast to feeding your children with a bottle. Nehemiah 13:23. In those days also saw I Jews that had married wives of Ashad, of Ammon, and of Moab, and their children spake half in the speech of Ashad, and could not speak in the Jews' language, but according to the language of each people.
And then they weren't only speaking in those languages, they was partaking in their customs. They became idolaters, idolaters. Okay, and that's what this is about to go into. It's foretold this will happen. Bring it out.
God. Deuteronomy 7:4. For they will turn away thy son from following me.
All right, he would turn, and look, hey, let's break it down in its purest form. They would turn you away from being organic, from being naturally how Yahweh Shema Shai created you to be. You depended on formula when you got titties on your fucking chest with milk oozing out of it. You ever been around a broad that's pregnant, your girl? Sometimes she'll just be sitting up and you can see the milk dripping out of titties. Plenty of milk. Surplus. Because long as a baby sucks on a titty, that milk is going to keep coming. It's going to keep coming. A baby can be 5 or 6, and the milk, long as somebody's sucking on it, is going to keep coming. So you have a reservoir of milk. Why should a child be dying? Because there's a lack of formula. Because that's the GMO mindset. That GMO mindset is satanic. All right, and this is what Deuteronomy 7:3-4 is talking about. Bring it out, brother.
For they will turn away thy son from following me, that they may serve other gods.
Come on.
So will the anger of the Lord Yahweh Shema Shah be kindled against you.
And when they say serving other gods, you're going to have the mindset of the heathen round about you, the customs, the culture, their science, all right, their philosophies, all right, the way they deal with life on the planet Earth. It's going to take you away from that organic, wholesome, clean teaching that Yahweh Shema Shai gave us, and now you're going to be unclean and defiled like the heathen, and your mind is going to be polluted. And look, where he made us a nation, he said, be fruitful and multiply, and we become the greatest nation on the earth and have life everlasting. Now you made a covenant with death. You see what I'm saying? That's what universalism brings. Bring up that precept, brother.
But that was Isaiah what?
28:15.
It's Isaiah chapter 28 and verse 15, and it reads, it says, because ye have said, we have made a covenant with death, and with hell are we at agreement.
See, when you submit to this American philosophy, this westernized philosophy, that Romano-Greco Hellenization, we made a covenant with death. All right? 2/3 of our people, they're going to die. They're not hearing what Yahweh Shema Shai is telling them. All right? In Jeremiah the 6th chapter, he say, look for the old path, the old ways, and then you shall find life. Somebody get that. Give me that Jeremiah 6. Okay. All right? They don't want that. They reject it. What is written in another place, men love darkness. All right? Men love this death. You tell a young lad, look, bro, you don't have to deal with that dude, girl over there. Guess what? It got millions of fucking single women out here.
He gonna call you a hater.
Why you gotta fuck with her? Man, look how she looking at me, playboy. Man, you don't feel that, see that energy, that connection, and you look over there, she really looking at you.
Yep, real shit.
You know what I'm saying? You see, that's death.
Yeah.
That's what hip-hop teaches. That's what black culture teaches. Fucking another man's bitch is a badge of honor. You made a covenant with death. Bring it out.
And it reads, it says, I'm gonna read from the top. This is Isaiah chapter 28 and verse 15, because ye have said, we have made a covenant with death, and with hell are we at agreement. When the overflowing scourge shall pass through, it shall not come unto us, for we have made lies a refuge.
And those people think they're blessed by God. The ones that do those things, when they get an award or something, or something arise in their life, God blessing me. They deceive. They're going off their fucking rockers, swimming in another man's woman, and thinking the Most High is dealing with them. All right, you got your precept.
Yeah, okay. This is Jeremiah 4:22. For my people is foolish; they have not known me. They are sightless children.
Sightless mean retarded, stupid, ignorant, ignoramuses.
And they have none understanding. Yeah, and you have no understanding. If you're a woman and you think that the baby formula that's made in a factory is more organic than the milk that the Heavenly Father Yahweh Shai gave you in your breast.
And that's right. Let me back you up. Even and this is why America is so stupid, and that's why it says that snake gonna eat the dust, and that's why it says come down and be in the dust. It represents confusion. Now, The ways of the world is that everybody that have a baby take formula, right? But their scientists preaches against taking formula. Their scientists say, according to science, you should breastfeed your baby. So you living in a world where you're getting two different answers from the same goddamn body. This is madness, man. You got it?
They are wise to do evil, but to do good, they have no knowledge.
And when it comes to doing good, what society calls a good deed ain't good at all. Good is when you're submitting to the word of Yahweh Shema Shah. And when it comes to submitting to the word of Yahweh Shema Shah, they have no understanding because what? They reject it. That's why our great king say, I will through the book, the prophet Hosea, that's why I'm gonna reject you as being my people, man. Because when you go to tell them the truth, look, hey girl, these things right here that you put in all these different niggas' mouths,
you can feed your child.
You can feed your child with this. You don't need formula. Okay, this is not just created for the buku niggas sucking on them. It's created for you to give your child life, nourishment. All right? You don't need that damn formula. And what that bitch gonna say?
Man, my wick paying for it. Yeah, it's easier to just whip it up. Ain't nobody gonna be sucking on my titties for an hour straight. Bitch, you ain't got nothing to do. You ain't working, ho. Government assistance, bro. And government assistance is nothing but Esau's assistance. And when you accept his assistance, you have to follow his rules, man. Government assistance ain't nothing but Esau saying, keep that goddamn your baby daddy out the house. Because at the end of the day, man, going back to Revelation, Genesis the 3rd chapter, Esau been Eve's baby daddy since way back then, man. We don't do the things that she doing and wallow in our fucking in our sin. Now you see how she does. It's Eve has created $1 billion industry in fake hair, in perms. Now Jake used to do the same thing, but Jake woke up from that shit in the 60s. When we got an identity of ours, we haven't been perming our hair since. But she holds on to what her baby daddy Esau tells her because he pays her bills.
Jake did go to start doing that shit in the 80s. But
he quit. It was short-lived. You're right, Paul. It was short-lived, though. It was short-lived. He right. He absolutely right.
It wasn't long.
My mama put them in our head for a 6-short season. You're right, huh? That's right. Oh, let me get this precept the brother asked for. Jeremiah 6:16. Thus saith the Lord, stand ye in the ways and see and ask for the old paths.
All right, the old paths. Give me Leviticus 10:10. Let's see what the old paths is. Bring it up.
Yeah. Leviticus 10:10. And that ye may put difference between holy and unholy, and between unclean and clean.
That's the old path, telling you right from fucking wrong.
Exactly.
That's the path that we got away from. That's the path that we fell away from. Bring it out.
And Leviticus 10:11. And that ye may teach the children of Israel all the statutes which the Lord Yahweh Shema Shah have spoken unto them by the hand of Moses.
All right, telling you right from wrong. When you read Galatians the 3rd chapter, say Moses was our schoolmaster, bringing us to Yahweh Shah. What did the schoolmaster do? He gave you the law, statutes, and commandments. It told you the do's and don'ts, clean and unclean, holy and unholy. All right, telling you a breast is used, what a breast is used for, what an anal cavity is used for. It's not a fucking sexual organ.
Exit only.
All right. Our people have gotten away from those paths because you got guys that even though they're Israelites promoting sodomy, man. Okay. So the old path is getting back to your customs, your culture, your law, statutes, commandments, and living under this glorious gospel that Yahweh Shah gave to us, and our people don't want it. And then when you don't get it, when you get away from that path, all foundations of the earth get out of way. Give me that. Please. Psalms 82 and 5. Bubba Shah. You get it.
All right. I got you. Psalm 82 and 5. All right. They know not, neither will they understand. They walk on in darkness. All the foundations of the earth are out of course.
Shalom, man. All right. And the foundations are out of course because you got a fucking basis of men ruling in the planet. The earth is given to the hand of the so-called white man. He's the basis of men.
Right.
He legalizes abortion. He legalizes same-sex marriage. Can't no fruit come out of two men banging each other or two women bumping their cats. All right, baby, what abortion kills. So he's an angel of death. All right, and when he's ruling, guess what? Yahweh Shem Shai Foundation that he put in the planet Earth for us to live by is to do be fruitful and multiply, give us life everlasting. Everything blooms in this time. All right, everything have its babies in this time. The earth gets bigger and broader. The water gets cleaner. The fruits get bigger. That's what Yahweh Shem. That's what was going on in Eden. All right, but it's out of course when you got this fucking nitwit ruling in the kingdom of man and the inhabitants of the earth making a covenant of death with this devil. All right, and now babies start dying because there's not enough infamil. When women got breasts on their fucking chest. That's what happens. The foundations are out of court because the ruling. And give me that the people mourn when the wicked rule. You got it already?
Yeah.
That's the spirit. You got it.
So, hey, can one of y'all Google Wade versus Roe? I think it's Wade versus Roe.
Wade versus Roe, I got you.
Yeah, but when you follow the so-called white man, I'm not just gonna say that, but that's who's ruling right now. Anything other than the scriptures ultimately lead to death. Okay, you popped up yet?
Yeah, I got it. Roe versus Wade. That's what I see.
Bring it
This
up.
right here?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. Okay. Say Roe versus Wade was a landmark decision of the U.S. Supreme Court in which the court ruled that the Constitution of the United States protects a pregnant woman's liberty to choose to have an abortion without excessive government restriction.
Okay.
That's a covenant of death.
Right.
You got it.
And I want to say that they overturned that, and that's why the women are in the uproar. Okay, but let's just think about this: you legalize homosexuality. What fruit can come out of homosexuality?
Nothing.
Yeah, it's fruit, but it's not fruitful. It's diseases.
STDs.
STDs.
Yeah.
All fruits are not fruitful, but they're all fruit. You feel me? But death, hey, that's the perfect answer. Death comes from it. You cannot reproduce. So they're also telling you that you can have a baby and kill it, right? Now, these people that's killing these babies inside of them, they still mothers. They are still mothers. Okay? When you have an abortion, that does not negate you being a mother. You are a mother for however long. You just you're a mother. You a motherfucker. You a killer. Okay? So these women that kill these babies, when they go into the spirit realm, those babies are going to be accounted for. So even though a baby was never delivered via the birth canal, when they get to heaven and they get judged, they're going to have 4 or 5 babies. So they still mothers. It's just that you killed them. Now you have people that come up to these same women. They punch on them. They steal from them. They do all kind of things to them, and you don't kill them, but you'll kill your own fucking children. That is off as hell. And the point I'm trying to make is this: when you follow Esau's laws, you cannot do nothing but go inside a wormhole of death. And I'm gonna say this too: Esau make all these laws to keep the children of Israel's numbers low. But even with his laws, guess what? We living in a time in history where you have the most amount of people that have ever been on the face of the earth. So Esau, when you do your shit, you are still fulfilling Yahweh Shem Shai's will. You understand? You can't fight fate, man. You got it, Clark.
Get that in Acts 5 where it say, I don't know exactly what it is, but it say, if this be of men, it will come to naught. But if it be of the Most High, you fight against Yahweh. Bring out your precept.
Proverbs 29:2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn.
The people are about to mourn like they've never mourned before. The people are mourning now. All right? We was riding around town. I didn't even know Chuck E. Cheese went out of business, so I went to pick this brother up.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I used to work there.
Yeah, that bitch done. That bitch boarded up. All these businesses are going down. People can't find jobs. Babies dying because women don't want to use their titties because of how the so-called white man is mind fucked them. And what does it say in Revelation 11? The nations were angry. See these other nations that's about to be descending into oblivion when all these banks and shit close. They're gonna be getting mad at America too because we followed you and look what it's bringing up on us. All right, your curses are descending upon us. So the people, because Esau is not just the head of America, he's the king of the earth right now. All right, he's ruling the planet Earth right now. And the inhabitants of the earth are in a bad state, man. Right, and they're gonna turn on it.
Robert Shah, get this one just to
bring it up.
Revelation 17 and 16. And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore.
This is talking about the EU, man. Right now, America is a part of the EU. In fact, they're the #1 financer of the EU. They don't want to contribute the most money to the EU. All right, so they really manipulate all those other nations that are Confederate, European nations that are Confederate. America really manipulates them to do shit that she wants them to do. But the day gonna come, they're gonna be like, bitch, you've been playing us. The other European countries is gonna be like, bitch, you've been playing us. This is what's gonna happen. Bring it out.
And shall make her desolate and naked.
They're gonna turn on it. Some is gonna arise in the kingdom of men, where these European nations are gonna kick America out of their confederacy, and then guess what they're gonna do? They're gonna fire upon the whore. They're gonna burn that stinking hoe.
Let me read it.
Bring it out.
And shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire.
Everybody with nuclear capability, man. Everybody that has a nuke in their silo, they're gonna shoot it over here in America because guess what? She's a big bully. She manipulates people. She deceives people. All right, and everybody that follow her pernicious ways are gonna start getting the fruit that she's getting, which is a curse. And yeah, that's gonna piss them off. They're gonna get mad at that motherfucker, man. That's the same thing that happened to Mussolini in Italy. All right, his people was following him. People was believing on him. But when they shit started going in oblivion, all right, what did they call those powers that was going against the axis of evil?
You have
the Allies.
Yeah,
the Allies. When the Allies started winning the war, and the Italians seen that they shit was going to shit, what did they do, Mussolini?
They hung his ass.
They hung his ass upside down, didn't they?
I know
they hung him and his wife.
Come on, what?
Kill him and his bitch,
his
man.
house.
All right, that's the same thing is going to happen to poor pork chop pastor. How you said?
Pastor pork chop.
Pastor pork chop.
Deacon deer sausage.
Deacon deer. Hey, deer sausage. Hey, for real, these congregations are going to see that they were led astray, and they're going to start killing these guys, man. It's happening now. Get on YouTube and type in "pastors killed in the pulpit" or "pastors killed."
Hey,
man, it's an epidemic, man.
But not just that. An article came to my news feed 2 days ago, and every Supreme Court justice has the fucking U.S. Marshals in front of their houses protecting them now because of that. They overturned Wade versus Roe. Now, and this is confusion. Esau told them they can't kill their babies again. I want to say, you heard me?
Shalom, man. Y'all about to my shot, that's ties, y'all.
Shalom, through the spirit. You heard me? But Esau laid around them, and he flipped it, and bro, the people are fucking dumb as hell, man. It's amazing. I was watching the interview of Eve, and she was saying it's the woman's choice. It's the woman's choice. Now Eve is such a fucking zombie, mentally and spiritually, that she doesn't even know what's being said to her when it's said. They had a white journalist saying, so you think that you can get pregnant and just terminate the baby and it's okay? And Eve, it's a woman's choice. So you think that you can go out and have multiple men and just terminate every pregnancy? It's a woman's choice. And then look, the Edomite journalist hit her with a curveball. She said, so even after birth, if you want to kill your baby, it's cool, huh? It's a woman's choice. Wow, like, you stupid black bitch. And look, did you hear what she just said?
And look, hey, this John 8:44. This is what her master taught. The only reason she's like that is because of the education and wine that was pumped into her. That's the only reason she's thinking like that. John 8:44. You of your father the devil. That's what the devil's all about. Kill your kids. Kill your babies.
Let us eat them.
Yeah. And the sinners, that's what they do when they get the organs. The organs. No, it's something they do with the fetuses, the babies. It's something they do. I read up on it. I forgot. But it's some wicked shit they do with it. Okay. You are of your father the devil, and the lust of your father you would do. The devil's all about killing. What does it say? He was a murderer from the beginning, bitch. You abortionist, bitch. You fucking murderer. You fucking bloodthirsty black bitch. All right? You learned that from the so-called white man.
Damn.
It's a woman's choice. It's a woman's choice. You see what I'm saying? Hey, bro, the so-called black woman. See, bro, I always say this, bro. Did we grow up around Mexican? So-called? Did we grow up around so-called white people? The only people we grew up around was this fucking nigger woman, man. With this fucking so-called black woman, bro. And this bitch been wicked since 81. I was born in 81. All my life, this black bitch, even when I was in kindergarten, you black, ugly. Man, bro, we're melanated. Why do you think black is ugly? I got teased for being dark-skinned. Bitch, it's because your father, the devil, say something wrong for somebody being having dark skin, having a dark hue. You know what I'm saying? And then if you're a child, and everywhere you go, you got so-called black women saying you black and ugly. Man, that fucks with your psyche, man.
Yeah, it does.
It does.
I got a grandmother. She going on 80. To this day, she dark skinned. To this day, she still calls herself ugly. I be like, you look good, grandmother. She, no, I'm not, baby. I'm black and ugly.
See what I'm saying?
Day,
who taught her that?
White man.
White man. The so-called white man. Because we the real white men, okay? Your t-shirt white. I never saw nobody the hue of your t-shirt. We are the real white men. Hold on. We are the real white men. I never saw nobody the color of my garment, okay? Now those goddamn Hamites, they get close, but I call them purple, you heard me? But Esau Edom is the real black man. Esau Edom is the real black man, and the Israelites that's woke, that's dealing with that Yahweh Shem Yahushua is dealing with are the real white men.
Man, our great king so dark, it looks as if his feet burnt in the furnace, man. Burned. So he's not just a caramel brown. No, he's what we would call in this society a dark black. You see what I'm saying? But we got teased for looking like our great king, man. And it's that black bitch, man. She got a lot to pay for. And it ain't just her because Jake, you know, Jake, you black. I was looking at an interview with Michael Blackson the other day. Yeah. And they asked Michael Blackson, why do you go in on people so hard? He said, because that's all I ever got. As soon as I came to America, I found out black was ugly. Where I came from, black was beautiful. Black this, you're black that. You're so black this. He say, so I give him back to how it was given to me. I said, that's what's up. But the point of the matter is this guy was from another hemisphere, came over here, and guess what? He was taught that he was ugly because of his hue. And that's what Western philosophy does. That's what happens when you make a covenant with death. It makes you hate yourself. Yep. You know what I'm saying? That shit played on my mentality, you know, until I started getting bitches. You know, when I was growing up, I was like, I was black and ugly to a certain extent till I got up and started bang, bang, banging. Then I was like, man, this some bullshit. And it started with the black woman, your mama, your grandmother, your auntie. Them be the main ones, man. The bitches you go to school with. And that's because they get that from their father, the devil. That's why all of them abort kids. All of them. A lot of black women that you think grandmas and aunties didn't abort kids, they did it.
They committed murder.
They did it. Bloodthirsty bitches, man. What you about to say?
I'm about to back you up. I was going to back you up. I'm going to read it, and I'm going to speak on it 1 minute. I'm going to give it right back, Paul. Revelation 18:4, and I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people. And that's come out of the bullshit you were taught. They was teasing you. They was doing this, and they was doing that. The brother said he was born in 81. I was born in 82, you heard me? And that's actually my biological brother, if you don't know it, all right? Saying that to say this. I went through the same shit he went through, but I was always quick with my mouth. I used to drive their ass back. I call them all kind of bright-skinned motherfuckers and this and that. But fast forward to where we at right here, right now, right? The bright-skinned, beautiful bitches, because they were still attractive. I'm not going to be fake. Bro, they lay around there in their 20s. Before they 25, they start looking like they 40. And the so-called ugly, skinny black girls that used to get teased when we was in middle school, them bitches are bad to this day. I'm just telling you that hey, they got a saying. Well, that age well, those bright skin, and I'm not attacking dark skin versus bright skin. I'm just stating facts. Our great King David was a fair skinned brother. Okay, so it's not about skin color, but I'm gonna just say this. Those girls that was getting praised when we was in high school, shortly after high school, they started looking old and blisters started coming on their face and all kind of red bumps. And those dark skinned ones, they started filling out and they became fucking gorgeous. And even now, damn near 40, you could look at the couple of women that's still attractive and they all dark. And I'm not being facetious, like, and I'm definitely not being judgmental.
Like a teacher?
Yeah. Because it ages well. And you got to think about this. When you stop looking at Esau as the ultimate teacher and you look towards your own teacher, Yahweh Shah was sent as the ultimate example. The ultimate example. So what's that? Isaiah 53. No beauty was added unto him. Okay, he was dark. He had hair like us. Okay, can't no lights get in this brother hair. Can't no lights get in my hair. Okay, the Most High made us different and he set us apart. We are not ugly. Critters can't crawl in our hair and eat us up like they do animals. So-called good hair is close to Edomite hair. You understand? Good hair is the hair that Yahweh Shai had, man. And when he come back, you're gonna see it. He's gonna come back with, I don't know how he's gonna come back, but you're gonna definitely see a super dark. When I say I don't know how he come back, I don't know what his hairstyle is gonna be, but in my little mind, I think he's gonna come back with a little bob. You heard me? But whatever he come back with, that's gonna be the standard. That's gonna be the fucking standard. And let me say this before I pass the mic back to the elder. They called us ugly all these years, and it affected some of us. It affected the majority of us. But when you look into industries, you have a multi-billion-dollar tanning industry. You have a multi-billion-dollar cosmetic surgery industry that fills your lips, that fills your thighs, that fills your buttocks to make you look like who? Us. And that's why he has to come down with holy hell, because according to Isaiah 47, we lifting his skirt and we showing the whole world his tricks. He doesn't care. He just doesn't want his subjects to grow a brain. All right.
Oh yeah, he don't care that we know the truth. All right, because this is what you got to understand. You got the 1%, and then the elect is less than 1%. So you got 2% of people out of all of humanity.
Both of them is less than 1.
Yeah, both of them less than 1. So you got 2% just to 2%, make this point.
Yeah.
And everybody between them are clueless. They're the so-called white man, the Illuminati. They speak the same language that the hopeful elect is speaking. All right, and the language is dominion, and us enforcing our laws on the planet Earth to govern the planet, and they're trying to keep that power hold and enforce their covering caste, keeping the earth in gross darkness. All right, they want so-called Negroes to think that they're Africans, Haitians, so on and so forth. And we're here to teach you, look, man, you're the people of the book. You're the nation of Israel. Look, the scriptures is your heritage, your custom, your culture. This is your black history. All right? Like the clip you sent me to look at where it say, when they give us black history, it always start with Sojourner Truth and
Harriet Tubman,
but it don't tell you what was going before we came to the landmass of America. We connect the dots through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shai, show you your heritage before you came over here to this hellhole in America. All right? We were those men in the garden of Eden, ruling in the kingdom of men. All right? Give me Genesis 1:26. This is us, man. Beautiful heritage, man.
All right? Genesis 1:26.
Bring it on.
And Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai said, let us make man in our image.
All right, that was us making man in our image. All right, because we're the Elohim. All right, and then when we came in to put our souls in the bodies, all right, when they say let's make man in our image, that image goes into let's give these men a government, let's give them laws, let's give them order so they could push it through the 4 winds, all right, and govern the planet Earth. Bring it out.
After our likeness.
All right, come on. And our likeness is being a clean people, a holy people, a lawful people. All right, bring it out.
And let them have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, and over the cattle, and over all the earth.
All right, so our people are a royal bloodline, a purple bloodline, all right, that rules all of the galaxies, all of the earth, okay? And we're pushing that vibration, and guess what? These niggas get mad. That's how strong Western philosophy is. Our great king say, if I would somebody give me that in Matthew 11, he say, if I would have told
the other nations they would accept,
he say they would be repenting in sackcloth and ashes. If I had told I'm roughly Parazine, he said, woe to you, Chorazin, and all that. They would, if I would have told them this glorious gospel that you're the greatest people on the planet Earth, they'll be repenting right now. I'm positive, Matthew 11. I get it.
Talk. All right.
Matthew 21. Matthew chapter 11, verse 21.
Start at verse 20.
Con.
That's it. Start at verse 20.
It's Matthew chapter 11 and verse 20. Then began he to upbraid the cities.
Upbraid means curse out. All right. Our great king went through all the cities that he prophesied at and started cursing asses out.
Turn
Why?
the world upside down.
Hey, cursing asses. Why? Because hey, they didn't want to submit to his glorious gospel. All right. When you go on that word upbraid, he was cursing asses out. Bring it out.
It says, and it reads, wherein most of his mighty works were done, because they repented not.
All right. They seen him raising the dead. That glorious power that we had back in Eden, that we're reading about over in there in Eden, when he said he gave us dominion over all the earth. He was coming in that power. He was the closest thing to how we were in Eden. All right. He just defied gravity, defied the laws of physics, the laws of physics. He could call a spirit and put it back into a body after it died. Okay. And people saw this, and what? That's why when you go to Revelation, the 16th chapter, it say these motherfuckers still ain't gonna repent. After they see all this power. Bring it out, brother.
And it reads Matthew 11, chapter 11, verse 21. It says, woe unto thee, Chorazin. Chorazin.
I might be pronouncing it wrong too.
It ain't easy to pronounce.
Woe unto thee, Bathsheba, for for if the mighty works which were done in you had been done in Tyre and Sidon,
where heathens dwelt, the Phoenicians. All right, if he would have went to Phoenicians and told them, "You the greatest people on the planet, salvation is for you. I'm gonna lift you up out of dunghill. You're gonna rule the quasars and everything else." Let's see what these people would be doing.
And it reads, it says, they would have repented long ago in sackcloth and ashes.
You see what I'm saying? But what about a fucking nigger, man? And that's what Moses said. Moses said, you're a stiff-necked people. Moses say, look, man, y'all so fucked up. When y'all do cross the river, y'all gonna fuck up. I think it might be the 32nd chapter. He told him. He said, y'all gonna fuck up. He knew he wasn't gonna be able to make it, but he had been dealt with them so long. He said, when you get over there, y'all gonna fuck up. All right? These are the same people we're dealing with, man. These are the same people we're dealing with. And it infuriates you. And that's why the scriptures say, pray not for these people. Look, don't cry or lament for them. And then the Most High got so mad, he said, don't even bury these bitches, man. Let them be as dung on the earth, and let their bodies be corrupt up on the earth, and let the fowls of the air deal with them. Okay? Because corruption is the end, according to 2nd Ezra, the 7th chapter. This shit over with, man. Nigga don't even know that a asshole ain't a sexual organ. That's what happens when you get out of alignment with your Yahweh Shema Shai's word. You believe whatever the so-called white man tell you, and you start rocking on that vibration. Bring out your precept, all right?
Read what you just read again and just read it all the way through.
This is Matthew chapter 11, verse 21. Woe unto thee, woe unto thee, Bathsheba, for if the mighty works which were done in you had been done in Tyre and Sidon, they would have repented long ago in sackcloth and ashes.
Now that's the other nations. Now let's deal with Yasharallah, who we here for. Ezekiel 3:7. But the house of Israel would not hearken unto thee, for they would not hearken unto me. For all the house of Israel are imputed, hard-hearted. Behold, I have made thy face strong against their faces, and thy forehead strong against their foreheads. So our people, you tell them they're beautiful. You tell them that they're priestly and kingly, and they're gonna be like, well, what about my white boss? What about my white neighbor? What about, motherfucker, I'm talking to you.
And he said if I went to them Phoenicians, they'd have been repenting sackcloth and ashes.
They wouldn't have asked about you.
They wouldn't have asked about nobody. If he tell that to some fucking gooks over there in Asia, they're not gonna ask about the white man or nothing. They're gonna soak that up and embrace it.
And embrace that exclusivity. I don't even know if that's the word, that exclusiveness. They're going to embrace that exclusiveness. Give Deuteronomy 7:6. You got it, Paul.
I got a precept.
Get the Deuteronomy.
This is Hosea chapter 4 and verse 6. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge.
All right, and not knowing is not a problem. Having a lack of knowledge is not a problem, because we didn't have knowledge before we came to the faith. All right, you have to be taught. But this is the problem with not having a lack of knowledge. Not knowing is never a problem. This is the problem. Bring it out.
Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee.
All right, now when somebody brings you the truth, when somebody comes to enlighten you and enrich you and you reject it, that's why the fuck you perish. Because you're rejecting knowledge. And our great king say, when you reject him, you reject his father who sent him, man. All right? So you rejecting Abba. Okay? And woe to you, Mr. Big Shot. It's a terrible thing to fall in the hands of Yahweh Shema Shah, man. He drowned the whole world, man. All right? He starved the nation of Israel before. Had babies dying. I mean, you think he played? I mean, come on, let's go through the archives of history. The thing he slayed the whole Assyrian army, the whole Egyptian army. I mean, he don't mind getting his hands dirty. He don't get his hands dirty. The big dog don't get his hands dirty. He's sitting hits.
He's sending leaves.
He's sitting hits.
You don't get off of that
Off of that throne.
Let me back you up real quick. 2 Peter 3 and 5. For this,
and I'm not the big dog. I'm not calling Abaratazar. The power of powers.
Yeah,
I would never liken Yahweh Shema to a big dog. King of King, Lord of Lords, man.
And the reason the brother would say big dog is because we're just likening the speech that's available to us. All right, we're likening it so you can understand it. But if it was up to us, we would use all biblical terms. But by us having to reach out and try to teach people that doesn't know anything about the Bible, we have to say things that you can resonate with. Okay, he's not a big dog. He is the Most High.
Paul wrote something about that, about plainness of speech. Bring that up.
All right. 2 Peter 3 and 5. For this they willingly are ignorant of. So even when they hear this thing, they choose. Because they always say that we well read. They always say that we on our shit. They always give us compliments about what we say, but they just don't want to believe it. So the scripture says they are willingly ignorant. They don't want to get it. They don't want to accept it. And that's because of this. I don't care what so-called black man talk about. He hate the so-called white man. He don't respect the white man. The white man is the devil. The white man is dirty. But they the first ones to get up in the morning and go buy their 4th of July and New Year's Eve's fireworks. They wipe out Walmart's Christmas lights. They buy all the chocolate for Easter, for Memorial Day, for President's Day. They are all into this shit more so than Esau. So you cannot say with your lips that you hate the so-called white devil. That's a demon. That you hope that you hate the so-called white devil, but you lay around there and you are more entangled in his world than he is. So I don't want to hear you say that you hate Esau Edom and you out here with a bald head and a bald face and taking your children to church Sunday and getting every goddamn jab that ever came out, and the ones that's still under fucking being tested.
I got you a precept.
All right, you're worse than a so-called white man.
I got you a precept. This is Isaiah 29 and 13. Wherefore Yahweh said, for as much as this people draw near me with their mouth,
Come on,
but have removed their heart far from me, and their fear towards me is taught by the precept of men.
So they say that they love the Lord. They say that they hate Esau Edom, but the things that they were taught is embedded in them. Now that's going back to old bottles. You can lay around them and be taught your whole life that 2 + 2 = 3. Your whole life. And when somebody be like, hey man, it actually equals 4. And you be like, well, that makes sense. But you know what? I'm a 3 baby forever. You're an old bottle. And when we teach
damn
you,
fool.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
And you're a damn fool. What the word damn means.
Right.
You're condemned.
You got it.
You're condemned. So when the brother come bring you the truth of the scriptures, tell you your nationality, tell you the name of your heavenly father and your great king. All right. Tell you Christmas is pagan, Easter is pagan. Tell you got to drink this new wine, live this new life. Tell you the law, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Shema Shai is not done away with, and you have to keep them to the best of your ability. And you reject it, you are a damn fool. You are condemned. You are damned. The lake of fire awaits you. And if the lake of fire don't get you, all of the turbulent times, the tribulations that's going to come through in Jacob's trouble, gonna get you. The famine, the pestilence, the sword. All right, and you got to understand, we talk family, pestilence, and sword, man. Our Heavenly Father is creative. Look at all the creation. Ain't it beautiful?
Yes.
Yeah.
Seahorses, butterflies, polar bears. It's beautiful. Hey, he could be real creative when he want to kill too. Hey, don't think, oh, you just some diabolical disease to get you. Hey, we talking about some final destination shit. Well, hey, where the angels laughing. I know a bitch got killed. I know a bitch, I said, ooh, the Lord didn't love her. I know a boy got killed. She went in the house, went to somebody else's house to fight them. When she went in the house, they stabbed her up, right? Stabbed her up good. So they done put this bitch in the car, taking her to the hospital. They driving her to the hospital. She already stabbed up. They getting a wreck. The car flip over. She get ejected from the car, and the car laying on top of her. Damn. All right? You can't make that up. You can't make that up, man. Yahweh, hey, these ain't gonna be no clean deaths when we talk about the 2/3 dying. These not gonna be no beautiful deaths, man. It's gonna be grievous. Somebody give me Jeremiah 16:4. You get it, right? Jeremiah 16:4. When Yahweh Shema shot, slam that hammer down, you gotta understand. He's in a rage. He said he created angels. What that is? It's Iraq. He created
to lay on sore strokes.
Vengeful angels to lay on sore strokes to appease his wrath. Our great King wrath runs deep, man. Bring it out.
Want me to start at 4? Because I got more meat at the top.
Yeah, you can bring it out.
Jeremiah 16:2. Thou shalt not take thee a wife, neither shalt thou have sons or daughters in this place.
That's expedient. You know, all of us don't take heed to that. You're gonna have trouble in the flesh if you do. Just prepare yourself, but you'll be a wise man to take heed to the advice your elder brothers give you.
Don't have no kids if you ain't got no kids, man.
That's right. Bring it out.
Thus saith the Lord.
Here in America.
Here in America.
Yeah. Bring it out.
For thus saith the Lord concerning the sons and concerning the daughters that are born in this place.
And that's a place of captivity. All right. We're put here to do a bid, not to raise families. All right. Not to send our children to college. We're coming here to learn righteousness. He told us, written in another place, I put you in the land of the Chaldeans for thy good.
So we didn't come here to watch nobody walk across the graduation stage.
Fuck no, man. Hell no. The fuck out of here. Bring it out.
And concerning their mothers that bare them, and concerning their fathers that begot them in this land,
come on,
they shall die of grievous deaths.
All right, he didn't say the Most High was being real animated. He didn't say they shall die deaths. He put the word grievous death. He put the word grievous. That's an adjective, right?
That's right.
All right, so he described it. It's gonna be a grievous. So we're gonna have some final destination type shit going in this final hour, man. It ain't gonna be just somebody getting shot in the head. That's normal. We see that every day, right?
You sound like the Django.
Yeah, that's too easy. What that boy said on Django? Oh no, we see that every day.
Every day.
You know what I'm saying?
We're gonna send him to the Kick Dixie.
Yeah.
Bitch, you going to Jacob's trouble.
We see niggas get amped up, shot up, riddled with bullets every day. No, man. The Most High about to do something so nasty out here. We're gonna be like, woo. Ooh, that's why through the terror of the Lord we persuade men. Hey, bro, it's about to get that gruesome. The horror flicks we look at, you know, it's about to be real. Like these Jason, you gonna have niggas gonna be in the spirit of Michael Myers and Jason, and when all hell break loose, man. And they're not gonna have on masks, but that spirit that's on that movie, they just gonna go around killing shit, killing shit. Then when they kill you, they're gonna eat you. All right,
they gonna get killed.
And they gonna get killed. Come on. Freddy versus Jason.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They gonna, hey bro, it's about to get nasty out of here. It's gonna be grievous. Hey, get that word grievous in the Greek, in the Hebrew.
Yeah, get it. I can't get it. Whoever get it first.
Yeah, that word grievous in the Hebrew.
16:4. Jeremiah 16:4.
And this is what happened when you get out of alignment with Yahweh Shema Shai's doctrine of life. His doctrine brings forth life, not death. In the book of Peter, he say, it's his will that nobody perish. But hey, our great King say, men love darkness, man. They love lies. You've loved lies. Give me that, you order precept?
Yeah,
I got one too.
You got one?
I can get yours though. Which one you want me to
Get 2 Ezra 11:39.
I get it. I ain't holding one.
I'm getting that grievous and letter.
2 Ezra 11:39.
Yeah.
Art not thou it that remaineth of the 4 beasts, whom I made to reign in my world?
Talking about this double.
That the end of their times might come through them?
America, Rome reborn. Bring it out.
And the 4th came and overcame all the beasts that were past.
He's different. He's more diabolical. He's more sinister. He's more. Man, some of these other nations, when they look at America, they be like, man, that's a nasty motherfucker. And all heathens are nasty, but they look, damn, this is a base man. He likes fucking his sister. Bring it out.
And had power over the world with great filthiness.
Come on.
And over the whole compass of the earth with much wicked oppression.
Come on.
And so long time dwelt he upon the earth with deceit.
Come on.
For the earth has thou not judged with truth.
Come on.
For thou hast afflicted the meek.
All right. Come on.
Thou hast hurt the peaceable.
Come on.
Thou hast loved liars.
That's what I want right there. All right. Our people love the lies that the so-called white man has pushed on earth. They love it. They love Christmas. They love Easter. They get in that Christmas spirit. All right. They love crawfish balls. All right. All of those is lies. All right. Women love someone telling them, well, if this man don't do you right, girl, go get you another one. They love that shit. Niggas make sport out of fucking another man's woman. They love that shit, man. They love it. They love. Hey, no, I'm telling you, they embellish it. They embrace that shit, man.
They say what you won't do, another man will.
Hey, look,
yeah, bro.
You know Trey Songz?
Yeah.
You know what his nickname is? His handle? Mr. Take Your Girl.
He can get any single woman on the planet he wants, man. He got celebrity status. But Mr. Take Your Girl. And see, another thing Elder Kazaki used to bring up. Man, when these celebrities talking about taking somebody's girl, he ain't talking about taking Jay-Z girl. He ain't talking about taking another celebrity girl. He's talking about taking the guys, girls that make them rich. The guys like you guys, like us. The 9 to 5 guy. He's talking about taking your girl. He don't have his eyes set on Usher's girl. You see what I'm saying? Wicked niggas, man. And our people love lies, man. Men love darkness. And that's why when the judgment come down, the Most High is not going to have pity. He said he's not going to have pity because guess what? He showed you light. He showed you the right path. It was given to you. Salvation was extended to you. My hand is stretched out still. And guess what they do? They knock Yahweh Shema Shai's hands out the way and they start loathing his law. They say, what, you're going to hate one and love the other? People really hate the power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob out here, man. You get somebody got that definition for grieving?
Yep.
That's how he about to get down on their asses.
63. Tachalu.
And it reads, it says, it says, I'm gonna read it. It says, sick, disease, sickness, grievous. Disease, grievous, that are sickness. Disease, absolute.
What are the Strongs?
That's the Strongs.
Okay.
Go to the root word. That's talking about these diabolical diseases he gonna put on all.
What's the new one they just came out with? Some kind of pox?
Yeah.
Monkey pox?
Yeah, that monkey pox, yeah.
Right here.
Hey, and I read an article this morning. Let me finish getting this.
Strong's H2456.
So you can't get it?
Halal.
No, he got it.
Okay.
Halal.
To suffer, be sick,
There we go. There we
be
go,
diseased.
To suffer.
Hey, so he talking about that pestilence. Jeremiah 16:4, that's basically talking about pestilence.
And suffering goes back to starving too.
Yeah, diabolical diseases. A lot of diseases come out of people that are malnourished and suffering from not having nourishment in their bodies, man. And then their bodies start getting diseased and shit. Okay? And the Most High AA is gonna be some diabolical disease. I seen a picture of that fucking monkeypox. That shit look disgusting, man. It look like a big bowl full of pus.
And look, and while we can't say it, we're gonna say it because just like we can't say that Kavasi 19, we're not gonna be able to say monkeypox. But since we can say it, let's say it. You heard me? Monkeypox. Let's get it out. Now I'm joking, but look, Biden said to take monkeypox very, very seriously. And I don't want to quote, but it came across my my news feed today. He basically said take it very, very seriously, and if it ever spreads, the results are going to be disastrous. Now, why are you highlighting it, and it's only like one case that ever been discovered?
Who wants to live in a nation, bear children up in a nation where it's all this fear mongering? So Kavasi 19, now this monkeypox, war. It's just this place is no peace, man. There's no serenity. Who wants to live here?
Everybody.
It's just all bullshit. The money system's crashing. The infrastructure, the highways fucked up. It's just who wants to be here?
They crossing that Rio Grande.
And when you look at the TV, it's just at the news, it's just this pestilence, this problem,
Mass shooting.
just this problem. Beyonce fucks a dog. This problem, that problem. Just bullshit, man. Hey, bro, we need the kingdom. We need salvation to get the fuck up out of here, man. If y'all can bring y'all precepts out, we can shut it down.
I got one right quick.
All right, bring it out.
This is Matthew 24 and 21. This is how bad it's going to be. For then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world. So even the flood wasn't as bad as how it's going to be now.
Bring it out.
Not since the beginning of the world to this time. No, nor ever shall be.
Break it down. Expound on it.
Yeah, like this time going to be real bad, like never before. The flood wasn't even as bad as how it's going to be in Jacob's trouble.
All right.
And because the flood, it took you out relatively swiftly. You're going to have people starving to death. You're going to have people laying in hospital beds for 4 days straight, dying. Dying is a process sometimes, man, and the process of dying is not sweet, and that's why the sting of death has to be taken from it, man. This is some judgmental times we living in, man.
You look at some of the movies when the motherfucker dies, so they be like, "Kill me."
Yes! Yeah, it's called euthanasia.
They want to go out quick.
Kill me, because that body is going through so much pain,
and you know that you can't heal. Might as well get me out of this shit.
Kill me. They got a movie called Full Metal Jacket. It had a little Chinese bitch.
You could go to fucking dead presidents anymore.
You got China. Had a Chinese bitch was sniping the nigga snuck up on her and hit her, and she was sitting there dying. And it had one, it had one interpreter. And the dude was like, "What is the bitch saying?" She was saying, "Kill me, kill me." You see what I'm saying? When you dying, man, hey, the Most High gonna let you suffer, man. All right, a love one do that. Yes, he will. God will love a man will love his wife, and when she betray him, what he gonna do? He gonna kill that bitch, man. He gonna kill that bitch. The Most High look at us as a tender, delicate woman as a nation. When a tender, delicate woman goes out and whore out against her husband, do he loves her like that anymore?
No.
Do he want to see her anymore? All he see is red.
In the world,
that's how Yahweh Shema Shai is gonna judge the nation of Israel. 2/3 on him. He's looking at you as a wife that has gone astray,
and he gave you an opportunity to make it right, and you slapped him in the face.
Con, right?
In the world, they call that a crime of passion.
Crime of passion.
But the Lord knows what he's doing. He don't operate out of haste. He doesn't. He knows exactly what he's doing.
Get Proverbs 6 and 31. This is how Yahweh Shema Shai rocking out. And he's so mercy. His mercy endure forever. Because guess what? His elect men committed that same crime, but they took advantage of the grace period. They came down and knelt before him and asked him to forgive them for their many transgressions and iniquities, man. All right? Bring it out, brother.
All right, this Proverbs 6 and 31. But if he be found, he shall restore.
Start at 30.
30, okay.
No. You go keep going down. Keep going down.
From 31?
Yeah,
okay,
go ahead. Right.
This Proverbs 6 and 31. But if he be found, he shall restore sevenfold. He shall give all the substance of his house. But whoso...
That's what the so-called white man got to do. He's a thief. Everything he stole, he got to restore it sevenfold. He got to give everything he stole back, plus more. And that sevenfold means he's going to be in slavery 1,000 years. All right, bring it out, brother.
Proverbs 6 and 32. But whoso committeth adultery with a woman lack of understanding.
Come on.
He that doeth it destroyeth his own soul.
All right, so the nation of Israel committed adultery against our Heavenly Father. And what did they do? They destroyed themselves, right? That's why we had to go through chattel slavery. That's why the nations are ruling above us, all right? We destroyed ourselves, man. Bring it out.
A wound and dishonor shall he get.
And you see that wound and dishonor that's on the nation is we're cursed people. When you commit adultery, you curse yourself, man. All right? Spiritual adultery first and foremost, but when you carnal in the physical body, you go deal with another man's woman, you curse yourself, man. When a bitch tell you she got a boyfriend, let the bitch go. Let the bitch go. And then some cases out here, me and one of my brothers was talking about one day, man, a bitch will tell you she got a boyfriend and the nigga don't be claiming her. And be like, oh man, that ain't her bitch. She just trying to, for conscience sake, let the bitch go. For conscience sake. Bring it up.
And his reproach shall not be wiped away.
Come on.
Verse 34. For jealousy is the rage of a man.
All right. Jealousy is the rage of a man. What did I have? Give me is that Hosea 4:1? Hosea 4:1. Hold that jealousy. Hosea 4:1. Bring it out.
I got it. This is the Hosea chapter 4 and verse 1. Hear the word of the Lord Yahweh, ye children of Israel.
Come on.
For the Lord Yahweh have a controversy with the inhabitants.
No, get Nahum 1:1. Get Nahum 1:1. That's not it.
This is the book of Nahum, chapter 1 and verse 1. For the words of Nahum,
The Elkoshite.
this is Nehemiah. One and one. This is Nahum chapter 1 and verse 1. The burden of Nineveh, the book of the vision of Nahum the
Elkoshite.
Verse 2. It reads, Yahweh is jealous.
Yahweh is what?
Yahweh is jealous.
Yahweh is a jealous power, man. All right? They say a husband is what?
It's
The rage.
The rage of
The
a
rage of a is the rage of a man.
Jealousy is the rage of a man. All right, now look. When they say jealousy is the rage of a man, whoa. It got more that goes to that personality trait. Keep reading.
Khan, this is Nahum chapter 1 and verse 2. Yahweh is jealous, and the Lord Yahweh will revenge.
He want revenge, man. Oh, bitch, you want to step out on me? All right, okay. So that's how we doing it? You know how they talk nowadays.
Yeah.
Oh, that's how you doing it? Bet.
Yeah.
All right.
Keep that energy.
All right. How is all about revenge, recompense. All right, like a man is towards his own. You gotta realize, bro, a man and his wife. Let's think about the dynamics. A man takes everything he got to take care of that woman. All right. A man, sex is nasty and sloppy with a man and his wife. You did all tight, you know what I'm saying? It get the DNA, bodily fluids, but it gets more than that. You take care of her. Sometimes you sacrifice so she can have. You know what I'm saying? And you be like, man, I went and did this so this
That's
bitch.
Deuteronomy 76.
I went and did this so this bitch could get that, and this how this bitch repay me.
Come on, man.
You see what I'm saying? So you got to understand how a man's mind is going. It starts that testosterone that the Most High put in it. It starts overdeveloping in his mind, and it turns into rage to the part his logic goes. His logic disappears.
Let
I'm
me give you
telling you.
$100, man.
No. Bring it out. He's not even speaking English no more.
Yeah.
He's a brute beast now.
That's right.
Bring it
God,
out.
this is Nahum chapter 1 and verse 2. Yahweh is jealous, and the Lord Yahweh revengeth. The Lord revengeth, and is furious.
Furious. This giving you the personality and traits of Yahweh Shema Shai. He's jealous, he revengeth, and he's furious for his wife. Who? The nation of Israel. Bring it out.
And it reads, the Lord Yahweh will take vengeance on his adversaries.
He's vengeful. 2/3 of his people are adversaries. They are fucking adulterous women that has betrayed their husband, having babies out of wedlock. Okay? And this is what he's going to do to them. Bring it out. Finish yours out.
Therefore, he will not spare in the day of vengeance.
He's going to kill. If you're not sparing, what you doing? You're getting them out of there. You're snuffing out their light. You're sending them to the moon. Hey, what that peace song was, send them to the moon. This ain't the rocket ship. It's just the temple of doom. Hey, that's how Yahweh Shema Shai getting down, man. He's sending you, he getting you out of here. And guess what? He's sending you back to him. Come on back.
Yeah.
Hey, no. But look, the Most High gets so mad, he be like, don't make it easy. He send the angel of death down there. No. Don't make it too easy. Now, hey, what that dude said on Django? Hey, none of y'all kill him. Killing him is too easy for that motherfucker. Remember on that part?
Yep.
He said, killing that motherfucker is too easy. The Most High will make you suffer, man. He will make you suffer. Bring it out, brother.
Verse 35. He will not regard any ransom.
You can't pay him. When a man's wife cheats on him, that's one of the few things, because niggas ain't shit. But that's one of the few things a man won't take a bounty for. He wants some blood. Bring it out.
Neither will he rest content.
Hey, that piece you was talking about, Here, take this money back, arrest content. Nah, he not. This is the Most High.
He won't regard gold or silver.
Hey, this is the Most High showing you how men are wired. He's talking about the kingdom of men. This, like him. And he's showing you how he wired men. A man catch his wife cheating, he won't rest content. You can't pay him to make him go to try to give him a money back
to quell his anger.
To quell his anger. All he wants is death.
Blood.
Bring it out, right?
Though thou givest many gifts.
Though thou giving many gifts. So when you look at that allegory, how Yahweh Shema Shai looking at the nation Israel, it's the same thing. All right. And when he come down on those that don't receive his hand extended for salvation, those grievous deaths we're talking about, people starving to death, people getting tortured, people getting raped, people getting eaten. All right. That's going to befall 2/3 of our people. And we don't want to be on the opposite side of their judgment. We want to be on the right side of judgment. Okay? And that's why Most High got brothers all throughout the four winds teaching the same doctrine, singing the same song, man. Piping. All right? Hey, we don't have much time to get right. Time is up. Let me get the time is just about up. And you bring out your precept, bring it out. You bring out your precept, bring it out. We can shut it down.
All right, this Baruch chapter 3 and 12. Thou hast forsaken the fountain of wisdom. All right, and this talking to our people, you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Y'all forsaken Yahweh Shema Shai. That's why all these plagues and curses about to befall y'all. And it reads, for if thou hast walked in the way of Yahweh Shema Shai, thou shouldest have dwelt in peace forever. Beautiful fucking peace. Done. So if we would never fell off and broke the covenant with Yahweh Shema Shai, we would still be living as we was as the sons of God before we went off.
In the garden.
In the garden, back in the garden.
Right.
Yep. That's it.
All right. Numbers 5:29. And before I bring out this scripture, we have to give the Lord all infinite honor, praises, and glory for accepting the elect back. I wouldn't do it, bruh. I'd like a woman come up to me, man. I can't do it. But that's why salvation doesn't rest on me. It doesn't rest on him. It doesn't rest on them. It doesn't rest on our teachers, okay? Because our mercy only goes so far. But our anger runs deep, deep, deep. And that's why we have to become supernatural, because it's natural to react the way that we react when we become offended. And that goes deeper than just women, okay? It goes into the body. It goes into a lot of different things, mostly the body, because that's the only people that we have to deal with uprightly. Understand me? Numbers 5:29. This is the law of jealousies. When a wife, Yasharala, goes aside to another instead of her husband, Yahweh Yahweh Shai, and is defiled, or when the spirit of jealousy come upon him, Yahweh Yahweh Shai, and he be jealous over his wife, and shall set the woman before the Lord. Now this is actually a law, but I'm likening it to our situation as a nation, as a nation. All right, set the woman before the Lord, and the priest shall execute upon her all this law. Then shall the man be guiltless from iniquity, and the woman shall bear her iniquity. And that's the beautiful thing about serving the Lord. He's not two-faced. The things that he tells us to do, he does it better. He does it better. The laws that he tells us to follow, he does it better. You understand? The mercy that he exudes, we are capable of giving that mercy, but it's just.
That's why the scriptures say King David was a man after Yahweh Shema Shai's own heart. We're trying to aspire to be like him.
That's right.
All right. So with that, and nobody got nothing else. All right, we're gonna get infinite honors to our Heavenly Father and our great King.
Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Shem, HaKadosh.
Double honors to our teachers, the apostles of great millstone. Salutations to our fellow laborers in Yahweh Shai, presenting the truth out before wind. In this final hour, shalom to you, brothers. Shalom to you, brothers on the comment board. Keep pushing and hold fast into this doctrine of life, man. Shalom to you, brothers.
Shalom.